Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to Democracy 3 as the British Empire with the Economic Realism Mod turned on. My name, of course, is Orbit Potato. We are going after the Free Market Paradise achievement, and just a quick recap, because we haven't really talked about the achievement too much, and in fairness, we're not really going to be focusing on the achievement too much at this current moment. I mean, what is more important is trying to solve all of the various issues that our country has. In fairness, though, things could be going a heck of a lot worse. Not many people hate us, apart from the Freedom League. Yeah, but fingers crossed we can get the Liberals back on our side very shortly indeed. Anyway, a rundown of the achievement. We want to make sure that private healthcare, private schools, private pensions, private housings, and private prisons are all more dominant than their public counterparts. So, for example, public housing is something that I've really thought about introducing, and in fairness, it's something that would really help with our real estate bubble, but unfortunately, you know, it's just not possible for us to do that. Private housing looks like it's over 75%, which is the percentage that is required, which is very nice to see. Don't know why it's going down. Really shouldn't be going down because we don't have rent controls on. We don't really have anything, but, you know, hey-ho, whatever. Private pensions are not quite high enough at the moment, so we're gonna start scaling back. In fact, we can probably just cancel public pensions as soon as we have the opportunity to do so. We don't actually have enough political capital to do anything at this current moment in time, but we will try and eliminate this if it is at all possible, because we need to get rid of it in order to accomplish the achievement. Private schools, you know, sort of a similar sort of thing, and private healthcare as well. Yeah, we don't really want this nonsense. We want private healthcare, which can be viewed here. Currently, nowhere near high enough. We're gonna have to scale back the public healthcare a lot, like a big time. Schools. Where the hell are schools? Schools are over here. State schools. State schools are no longer going to be a thing. They, once again, are going to be scaled back. So, we're going to need a lot of political capital. And let me tell you this. We're going to become fairly fucking unpopular. So, that's something that that we can be happy with. Prisons. Prisons are something that need to be changed a little bit. And we need to introduce private prisons into the mix. Now, where on earth are private prisons? I did see it. There it is. We need 20 political capital. Fingers crossed we'll be able to get it this turn. We should do. We did reshuffle our cabinet extensively in the last episode. What do we want to do? We will... One-time bailout will get their economy out. They kindly request £10 billion. Are you kidding me? Easy fucking money. That's the goddamn best. Look, 10 billion to prevent a global economic recession. I would pay that any day of the week to prevent a global economic recession. That's great. Terrorist weapon cache discovered. Oh no, fear of terrorism is going through the roof once again. Just when we thought we were so close to ending it. Real shame there. But alas, 'tis the reality of the situation. Health is up, education is down. So overall, fairly mixed bag there. Not super thrilled about that, but hey ho. You know, we take what we can get. Okay, let's introduce private prisons because it's pretty much the only part of the achievement that we can really introduce right now. Private prisons, medium, high private prisons. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, let's scale it up. It's going to cost us a little bit of money, but you know, hey ho, it's going to make the capitalists that little bit happier with us. Now, let's try and resolve some of the nonsense that's going on. The asthma epidemic, environment seems to be getting a heck of a lot better as the clean emission subsidies and the car emission limits become more a part of what we're doing. Clean energy subsidies are going to be eradicated by the time we get the achievement. This is this is something that is not allowed to be in existence to complete the achievement. So this is gonna go, it is gonna go. It is absolutely going to be decommissioned. But for now, we need to concentrate on making sure that the environment is fine, because the environment is really knocks onto a whole bunch of problems. You know, the asthma epidemic, to an extent, obesity, and definitely the water shortage, which looks like it's going to be ending this turn. Fingers crossed, we can just solve all of the red problems as soon as possible, then cancel clean energy subsidies, and then get the achievement. That's what I'm really hoping for. I mean, that's the dream anyway. That is the dream. Let's go to the next turn. Not really very much we can do with apolitical capital, nor is there a lot we wanted to do. Pollution has ended. Fantastic. Water shortage has ended. That is really, really good. Assassinating a foreign terrorist leader. We're not going to authorize the attack because, well, for the one simple reason that liberals will not be very happy with us interfering with the affairs of foreign governments, I would imagine. We almost going to finish this real estate bubble. Oh my god. Immigration is pretty low, so we should, fingers crossed, manage to fix it pretty soon. Obesity, are you going down, obesity? Please go down. Please, please, please go down. Why is the food price so high? I mean, it shouldn't be high. It really, really shouldn't be high because, the water shortage is now ended. Fingers crossed it can just disappear. Food price should go way, 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 way down. International trade is a little bit low, in fairness. The Brutopian War. Not thrilled about that, but hey-ho. Foreign relations. Not doing too bad. Foreign relations are affected by our nuclear program. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Wow, everybody's pretty darn happy with us. I know there's a couple of protest groups with 6 million members. That is not a small group. That is a big-ass group. Human Rights Society, the liberals, yeah, they're very, very grumpy about that. That's okay, though. We'll get over it. Fear of terrorism slowly going down, as we talked about before. Alcohol abuse. Why on earth is alcohol consumption not going down? It is going down. The alcohol tax is finally having a biting impact. Good. Very, very good indeed. And ghettos. Ghettos are going to be ending in 2 or 3 turns, I would imagine. Holy cow, that is great. That is very, very good indeed. Really, really happy with that. The asthma epidemic. I thought the asthma epidemic ended. Or is that just me imagining things? No, it was pollution and water shortage that ended. So the asthma epidemic is certainly going to be ending soon if the environment continues this upward trend that it was showing until it stopped showing it. But, whatever. And the real estate bubble is probably never going to be fixed. I mean, probably never going to be fixed ever, but it doesn't really make a difference to us. I mean, obviously it looks annoying and it's stupid and whatever, but meh, it's alright. So what do we want to do? Do we just want to bank our points and say, hey, balls to the wall, we'll try and get that 49 political capital that we need to do something? I don't know. I think honestly the first stop shop should be getting rid of the pensions. It's going to take 26 political capital to do that, which is a little bit annoying. But in fairness, we can still have state pensions, and it can still give us some good. It'll just give us less good, so to speak, and we can effectively rule out any sort of a negative modifier to private pensions if we scale it right the way back. So let's do that. I think that we're going to find ourselves having to do that because, clearly it just costs way too much political capital to cancel it. So I think we're going to have to settle for just lowering it into the ground. I mean, we've got to, I suppose. So, hey ho, that's the situation that we're currently in. People aren't going to like us for it, especially retired people. But hey ho, Chancellor has resigned. Well, he was the least favorite member of the team. Can we hire somebody who's pretty good? Hire somebody with a high amount of points for tax. You want tax? I'll give you the job, I suppose, because you want it. Get a little bit of a bonus there, but meh, it's not the end of the world. Poverty has gone up because of state pensions. Cutting back on state pensions means that there's going to be a little bit of extra poverty. Retired people not liking us. Capitalists, however, should be liking us because we just slashed state pensions. That really should be a no-brainer. Capitalists should be liking us. Poor people, not a huge fan. But at the same time, it's not the end of the world. A fraud department. We never really have this fraud department. And in fact, this is a really, really stupid idea. It's a really, really stupid idea because it's not even making us money. Look, it's actively losing us money. And all it does is make middle-income people and conservatives a little bit chirpier with us. Is that enough? Is that good enough for me? No, it's not. We're going to scrap that. Make the poor like us a little bit more. You know, we need to be a pragmatic government rather than a government that is, you know, ideologically resolute, so to speak. We cannot be closed-minded about the approach that we're trying to take. So let's have a look at our financials quickly. So global economy is still doing absolutely trash. Our GDP is doing absolutely trash. And as a consequence, our income is also doing absolutely trash. But thankfully, we have a significant amount of money in the form of reserves to weather the storms that the global economy is currently experiencing, which is nice. It's nice to have that little fallback platform. Okay, what do we want to adjust next? Obviously, if we're going to be going for the achievement, and we're also going to be trying to reduce the reds, well, in fairness, we've actively tried to reduce the reds for a fairly long time now, and there's not very much we can actually there's not very much more that we can actually do to try and reduce the red bubbles here and there. But you know, hey ho, let's try and concentrate on the achievement, because why the hell not? So private healthcare is probably something that we should definitely look at. English potato English. That's going to cost us, did you see that? Yeah, 26 political capital right there, and 60 political capital to cancel. Wow, that's a very, 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 very tough policy to cancel. I would love to lower it, but we just don't have the political capital for it. We really do not. We only have a maximum of 40 political capital, and we're not actually going to overshoot that cap. We're going to overshoot it by 1 if we get 23 political capital. Fuck it, let's go. Let's go to the next turn. Wasting 1 political capital or overshooting, you know, the cap by 1 is not the end of the world. A pandemic outbreak. Shit, really? Oh, now seems like a really great time to scale back on the health service, doesn't it? Oh yeah. About that. Oh yeah, we the government are totally going to be scaling back right now. Oh my god, that would be an absolute nightmare. That pandemic will show up next time as an event. But maybe now that we know that it's going to happen, let's quietly forget that we ever had plans to cut back on state healthcare, and instead postpone that. Oh, we did actually manage to get the full 41. That's very, very nice indeed. Let's postpone that and instead cut back on state schools. So state schools. I don't really want to do this, but at the same time, we need it. We need it. Apparently, state schools lower innovation. Apparently. Think about how much money we're saving. Holy shit. We're making a lot of money. Freedom League. Why is the Freedom League fucking hating me all over again? God damn. God damn. I mean, what can we do to appease them? They really don't like... Is it the European Union or is it border control? I think it's probably border controls. Could we do something with the EU, perhaps? I mean, the EU is such an interesting pot. I mean, the liberals get really, really pissed off if you fuck around with it. But at the same time, there's a lot of good that it can do. I mean, look at the global economy, look at international trade, look at unemployment, but at the same time, productivity goes way, 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 way down. Patriots don't like us. And immigration goes way, 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 way up. So I feel that this is an alright situation. It's not doing very much for us, but it's you know, it's not doing nothing either. But yeah, it's fine. We're running a small surplus at the moment. I'm okay with this. That's cool. Alcohol abuse still pretty high. Ghettos should be ending this turn or next. Very, very good. Obesity is starting to go down. Asthma epidemic. Fingers crossed we can get it to end. Not this turn, but the next one. Good. Very, very good indeed. And the housing bubble, or the real estate bubble, or whatever the hell you want to call it, still pretty damn high, but hey-ho. Are we going to hit the cap this time? No, we're not going to hit the cap, so I can quite comfortably go to the next turn without the fear of wasting political capital. Ghettos has ended. Beautiful. Why did nothing good happen here? Unemployment went up, health went down, poverty went up, and GDP went down. That's a bloody terrible turn. That's a really, really bad turn. Health did absolutely pitifully. Poverty went up. Unemployment went up even further. Fucking hell. And now we've got a pandemic on our hands. Great. Just bloody great. We are running a major surplus, though, which is kind of nice. That's good. Yeah, that is good. That is very, very good. Now, there is something that we probably should have introduced, and we probably should have introduced it a long, long time ago. Now, where is it? Is it here? Oh, we can introduce the euro. Holy cow. That would be cool to muck around with. I really, really do want to muck around with that. The money supply, that's also something that we're gonna have to invest in. The interest rate. I want to fuck around with all these things. Like, I absolutely do. Do I not have... Oh, the BBC, that's another thing that we can sort of mess around with. Totally is. Oh, yes, the CPMDC. Widespread disease amongst humans and animals can reach a level where local response is insufficient. This is what we need. What about the SARA task force? Yeah, I guess. This is something that we need to get in... well, in fairness, we need to enact all these policies. There we go. Probably just try and enact them all this turn. We don't really want to fuck around with anything else. You know, because we don't really want to mess around with healthcare. Because why on earth would we? Oh, fear of terrorism is going to go way, 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 way down. That's great. Capitalists aren't going to like us, though. Ah, screw 'em. Yeah. So, there's not really much else that we can really do this turn. Because obviously, we do not want to go near state health service. Absolutely not. I mean, that would just be a death wish. And state schools, well, we already cut them back quite substantially. It's going to take 12 turns to actually take effect, though, so it's going to take a while. Are people hating on us yet? Not quite yet, but they will probably be very, very shortly indeed. What do we want to do to appease the Liberals? I really do not know. I feel that we're at a point for the Liberals where they're almost happy enough to not join violent groups against me, but they're not quite that happy. Holy shit, 30 million people are a member of that peaceful group. Well, you know, whatever. Liberals can do whatever they darn well please. Pretty much everybody else, apart from poor people and socialists, are pretty happy with us, you know? They're pretty happy with us. Obviously, they're not huge fans of us because we slash state healthcare spending. But they don't hate it, you know. They're not disturbed by it, which is kind of nice. How are we doing for innovation as well? This is a mechanic that we really haven't experimented very much with. Be careful with this because a total lack of innovation can lead to an economies like North Korea. Wow, so our innovation is actually pulling down our GDP currently. That's crazy. That's really, really bad. Well, we are adjusting this this state school modifier, so that's okay, I guess. But corporation tax may have to go if we want to fiddle around with innovation a little bit. Hey ho, we'll get to that in the next episode. Ladies and gents, thanks very, very much for watching. My name, of course, has been Over the Potato. This has been Democracy 3 as the British Empire with the Economic Realism Mod on. My name's been Over the Potato, and I'll see you next time. Bye.